So today I wanted to get deeper into the spirit of laziness and what it truly means. What is the true symbolism of it, of this spirit? And I wanted to go deeper into saying it's not just a feeling of not wanting to do something. Oftentimes it's different obstacles that we have within ourselves. Oftentimes it's the desire, it's the desire to want to do something, maybe to change, maybe to elevate, maybe to empower ourselves on a whole nother level. But we know that that version of ourselves, that desired version of ourselves, is going to take a level of consistency, drive, discipline, consistency, the ability to work without rewards, the ability to commit to something before you succeed. And so, what I really want to say is the spirit of laziness is really the spirit of confliction within self. So, sometimes you may have this idea that's in your mind and you want to make it happen, you want to do something in your life. But sometimes it's more than just not wanting to do something. Sometimes your own mind can tell you that it's you can't make it happen. That this idea that you have within yourself is impossible. And so that drive versus your current mindset or the mindset that people around you may have told you what it is and what it's not may be also confliction towards your desire. So what I really wanted to talk to you guys more about is sometimes we can feel so down within ourselves and say that I'm lazy, or I really want to do this but I don't have the drive, I don't have that spirit within me, I don't have that ambition within me, I don't have the spirit. What really it is, it really boils down to spirit. A lot of times our spirit can feel very dim towards maybe to current situations that we're facing, or challenges or setbacks or failure. But the truth, the ultimate truth is, if you ever want to find that desire, that drive, that will, that ambition, that hunger, whatever you're trying to look for within yourself, maybe not even to pursue something, but just to feel alive, you have to look deep within yourself. And then you have to look at everything around you that's stopping you or spiritually decaying you. What things around me is consistently pouring into me spiritually, emotionally, and mentally? And what things am I doing? What things am I allowing in my life that may not be on that level? So these are questions I constantly find myself. And oftentimes when we think of that question, we may think of, oh, well, he's doing this to me or she's doing that to me. But some part of us has to look within ourselves and ask, okay, what's something that I can heal or change from within ourselves? Because everything isn't always about reflection of other person. Sometimes what other people do to you or what other people are just simply reflections of something within yourself that needs more checking, that needs rewiring, that needs assistance. It's very important to, number one, look at yourself and say that, number one, remember that you're not this body. Number two, remember that you're a spirit. So if you're feeling like you're constantly facing not necessarily laziness, but tiredness or low self-esteem, or feeling like I can't do it, this is a conversation you need to have within yourself. And you have to have the energy to have that conversation, because a lot of times we know what we need to do. We know exactly how to do it. But actually doing it is probably the biggest challenge that we face, because that takes the energy of a person who's very high in spirit. That takes the energy of a version of ourselves that's very elevated spiritually, mentally, emotionally. Nevertheless to say, I kind of want to touch on this topic because sometimes I really feel y'all. I really feel this energy in the air of, we have certain things that we want to do in life. We have certain versions of ourselves that we want to become, but it becomes only challenging when we're set not with external obstacles, not with what he said or she said, not with the challenges that you think is outside of yourself, but the challenge that's really from within. And the greatest part about this is once you look within yourself and see the things that you may not like about yourself, once you look within yourself and you see that and you stop being blind to it, you finally come towards a certain level of, number one, peace, and then appreciation because now you know what you need to work towards to elevate yourself again, to get back up again, to feel inspired again, to feel passionate again, to feel life again, to feel your soul again. Okay, because your soul's never gone. Even if you feel like you're at the E, even if you feel like you're on E, even if you feel like you're at the bottom, really there's different levels that you can always ascend to by simply allowing yourself to, number one, just be and recognize where you are and say, I know I'm right here, but damn it, I'm gonna make this fucking commitment. Damn it, I'm gonna make this commitment towards myself. I'm gonna make this commitment towards myself. And I don't have the energy to do it right now. I don't have the energy to make this happen. I don't have the energy to do what I normally do at the best and most prime version of myself. But I'm gonna pretend. I'm gonna make something within myself that I'm gonna stop this habit that I have. I'm gonna stop this fear that I have. I'm gonna stop being inconfident. I'm gonna stop having lower self-esteem by allowing myself to pursue what's greater than me right now. And so something I also wanted to state is you are greatness reincarnated. Okay, so I don't agree with the term of consistently have to humble yourself. I don't agree with that. Because I consistently feel, I think there should be a balance, but I always believe that a person needs to know who they are in spirit. A person always needs to know, especially you need to know who you are at all times and where you are at all times. And that's always, the answer should always be elevating. I'm elevated. I'm elevating. Even if you feel like in a moment in your life, you feel down, you feel sad, you feel, I don't even like to say the word, but depressed. You may feel these emotions, but when you experience this, you have to have that transmutation in your mind that this is a moment, this is a building block towards the bigger picture, the greater version of myself. I don't care what predicament you are. The moment you start, listen, it's two types of people in life. Okay, being realistic can be very important when it comes to the starting point. But sometimes some people can be so realistic to where they can never transform their mindset towards something, or they can never shift their mindset towards themselves because this is reality. There's been a multitude of times in my life where the reality of my current version of myself was undesirable, unattractive, did not have what I have today or who I am today. And there was moments where I would say, I don't care. I'm elevating. And I knew that the end goal, the end vision in my mind, the vision that's all the way at the end, I knew that would come into fruition. I knew that I would prosper into that version of myself today. But imagine if I limited myself with the idea that, it is what it is. I might as well go roll up a blunt and smoke and think about how trash my life is, because where I am right now, I feel like crap and it's going to always be crap. Who wants to even be around a person like that? Who wants to even put their energy towards a person like that? That's like complete liability mindset towards yourself and towards the entire population. If you want to kill someone's spirit, speak like that to them. If you want to kill your own spirit, if you want to dim your own light, accept reality as it is and how it will forever be, and never think of anything greater than where you are feeling right now. It's almost like being sad and listening to sad music thinking you're going to feel better. Sometimes, I'm not saying there's not moments where you need to do that, but sometimes when you're feeling in those moments of lowness, which we all feel, you sometimes have to learn how to trick yourself into happiness, how to trick yourself into abundance, how to trick yourself into the greater picture. You cannot sit in that mindset. And this is when it comes to the mindset of greatness, the empress, the high priestess, the goddess. You cannot sit there dwelling in what you did 10 years ago, what you did the other day, when there's a new version of you that's right here, right now. When there's a new version of you waiting to be expanded right here, right now. Imagine if we all just said, no empires would be built. People would not be great. We wouldn't have God within us if we just sat there and this was just like, this is just how it is. The world's blowing up. There has to be some level of greatness within people to say, okay, since the world is blowing up, let me create protection. Let me start building things. It's like this. It's like solving problems. I believe that One thing that's really excellent about people who consistently receive abundance in life is they're consistently solving problems. There's some people who dwell in the problems and some people who fix it. So I feel like this. I feel like, say for instance, imagine if I kept dwelling on a problem that I could not contain the water that I want to drink. Just as we had that problem before many, many, many generations and ancient years ago. We have the problem of not being able to contain our water because we go to the river, splash the water in our face, and then drink from our hands. But damn, I want a container that I can actually last long to move forward in my day so that I can carry my water with me. Someone of intelligence had to stop thinking about it from the pessimistic way and stop thinking about it from the negative way and start thinking about it, how can I solve this problem that I have that's currently annoying me, but I'm ready for that problem to end. And then they created water bottles, or they created water containers. They created these different things out of a problem. That to me is like, I really like that mindset. And to me, it's an abundant mindset. It's a godly mindset to me. So, Bros family, moral of the story is, if you're feeling like you're in a level in your life where maybe you're feeling these low vibrations, you're not alone. But simultaneously, you have to get in that mindset. And I really like this High Priestess card because on the top of her head, I don't really know what's on her head, but it seems to me, I interpret it as like the sun or something, some powerful symbolism on her head, which means that in your mind, their mind is where heaven is. Your heart is where heaven is. And when we first start off, we first reincarnate, everything is born from chaos. Everything is born from ignorance. Everything is born from not knowing who you are or essence of your soul, or forgetting that essence of your soul. And I think this whole entire process for me is about spiritual awakening. Once more, spiritual evolution, mental evolution, the power of becoming more conscious. So when I look at the sun, I see consciousness. Because as the sun rises, you begin to see certain things that you cannot see at night. So I really see consciousness. And that's what it really is. The evolution of your spirit, of your soul, is really about becoming more conscious about yourself, your spirit, your soul, your mind, everything within you coming to life and coming to light.